It's 3 p.m. and time for the Daily Community Briefing. Team coverage of the latest local news important to you. Now let's head to the Wallingford Broadcasting Studios for the Daily Community Briefing.
Good afternoon and welcome into your Daily Community Briefing live on 100.7 The Coyote and WBON TV Channel 9. Michael Watkins back with you for a Wednesday edition of our newscast today. We've got lots of information to get to. Governor Andy Beshear is now headed up to lead a new national task force. We'll tell you about that. Plus the inauguration today. We've got some news about that. A man has died in a deadly accident in Estill County. We've got the information on that story as well with an interview of the coroner in Estill County. And two of our local high school basketball teams have had to put their season on pause. We'll tell you who coming up right now on the newscast, which is brought to you by Bishop's Small Engine Repair. Get your power equipment ready for spring at Bishop's Small Engine Repair. Let Bishop's service your mower located on North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We're also brought to you by Affordable Heating and Air Conditioning. For all your heating and air needs, call Brian with Affordable Heating and Air Conditioning at 859-779-0122. And we're also brought to you by Mountain Adventures. Get everything you need for your next family meal at Mountain Adventures. They've got all the fruits, vegetables, and locally produced meats located at 70 River Drive in Irvin. In our lead story today, a deadly wreck occurred last night in Estill County, resulting in the death of a Powell County man. WBON TV's Marissa Hempel spoke to the coroner for Estill County, Jimmy Wise, to get more information in this interview.
A Powell County man in his 30s has died as the result of a one-vehicle wreck that occurred on Spout Springs Road in Estill County last night. WBON TV spoke to Estill County Coroner Jimmy Wise to get the details.
Approximately 8:30, had a motor vehicle accident on 82, East 82, going towards Powell County, which is Spout Springs. Single occupant driver went off the road, lost control of his vehicle, went off the road, struck a tree head on, lost his life. He was a resident of Powell County.
Has his identity been released?
Robert Chastain.
Do you know how old he was?
Early 30s.
Was the road closed for any time after that?
No, it wasn't. It happened off the roadway. Actually, when the vehicle left the roadway, it went off the roadway far enough behind a residence that I don't believe that roadway was ever closed.
And there were no other injuries reported?
That is correct. The drugs or alcohol is not suspected.
For more stories such as these, be sure to visit Richmond's very own WBONTV.com. I'm Marissa Hempel.
On Wednesday, the National Governors Association announced that Governor Andy Beshear will lead a bipartisan task force to guide states in their economic recovery and revitalization efforts amid the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. I am deeply honored and humbled to be asked by the NGA to work on this crucially important issue. This globally health crisis has upended economies the world over, and there isn't a state or territory in the U.S. that has been spared from its devastating impacts. That's coming from Governor Andy Beshear. Here in Kentucky, we have worked to protect our economy and to prime it for success in the coming post-COVID era. I'm looking forward to sharing what we've learned, studying lessons others have to offer, and exploring new ways to keep America's workforce and businesses thriving. Governor Beshear will co-chair the NGA's Economic Recovery and Revitalization Task Force, along with South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster. The NGA created two other panels, Pandemic and Disaster Response and Community Renewal, which also are chaired by two governors from different political parties. The Economic Recovery and Revitalization panel Governor Beshear will lead is tasked with guiding states on issues including energy, environment, infrastructure, land management, state stabilization, and taxes, along with helping states and territories make informed decisions to recover from the COVID-19 economic impacts. The task force will also help the NGA focus its efforts as it advocates for governors and states at the federal level. Well, the K9 unit was out yesterday and rocking new bullet and stab protecting vest. WBON-TV correspondent Austin Hanks met with Deputy Wesley and the rest of the K9 unit to give us more information regarding the new body armor for the four-legged officers.
The K9s were out yesterday and rocking new bullet and stab protecting vests. WBON-TV spoke to Madison County Sheriff Deputy Wesley, who gave us more information regarding the body armor.
New body armor was supplied to us by Vested Interest in East Taunton, Massachusetts. They provide body armor for dogs and assistance to agencies who can't afford ballistic protection. The vests provided to us are a threat level 2A ballistic body armor, and on the center breast of the body armor is dedicated in memoriam to a police dog that was killed in the line of duty. Each vest has its own dog's name on it and the agency in which they worked for.
Each vest is valued around $1,750 to $2,300. They're donated from the nonprofit organization Vested Interest Incorporated. Established in 2009, the charity's mission is to provide protection for law enforcement dogs. This potentially life-saving body armor for four-legged canine officers is U.S.-made, custom-fitted, and NIJ certified. Since its inception, Vested Interest in K9s Incorporated has provided over 4,156 vests to canines in all 50 states at the value of $6.9 million. The program is open to U.S. dogs that are at least 20 months old and actively employed or certified with law enforcement or related agencies. Canines with expired vests are also eligible to participate and is made possible by both private and corporate donations. WBON-TV would like to thank Vested Interest for making our four-legged officers safer in the line of duty. If you'd like to make a donation to Vested Interest, their website is www.vikk9s.org. And remember, for more stories like these, be sure to visit WBONTV.com. And for Channel 9 News, I'm Austin Hanks.
The K9 unit has already had success, as seen with this next story. Recently, the Madison County Sheriff's Office K9 unit was able to uncover over 7 pounds of marijuana. The bust occurred after police initiated a traffic stop at the 809 southbound in reference to a traffic violation. The operator was initially arrested with an outstanding warrant, but the operator denied consent to search the vehicle. K9 Cooper was deployed to conduct a free air sniff and responded to the smell of marijuana. As a result, over 7 pounds of the drug was seized. Well, per Richmond Utilities, Ross Drive is closed and part of Martin Drive due to a water leak. We will update when the road is open again. WBON-TV will continue to provide information as it becomes available. You can make sure to follow the WBON-TV Facebook page and our other social networks to see information as it becomes available on this issue. It's now time for our first commercial break, folks. We appreciate you being with us on our daily community briefing here on this Wednesday. Lots more to get to with the inauguration taking place today. Yesterday, a local church provided a service for those that wanted to pray for what was going on in the nation today. That's coming your way next on the daily community briefing. We are live on 100.7 The Coyote and WBON-TV Channel 9.
Davis & Powell does what hundreds of funeral homes do every day. They handle one of the hardest times in your life. What separates Davis & Powell from everyone else is our aftercare. When the service ends, the grieving begins. Davis & Powell is there to help, from keeping your family in our thoughts and prayers to personal phone calls and tips for healthy grieving through our monthly newsletter. Davis & Powell will be there always, not just until the service ends. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. We go the extra mile.
Affordable Service Solutions is the heating and air company you want to call when you want the work done right the first time for an affordable price. That's Affordable Service Solutions.
Call Brian at 779-0122 for all your heating and cooling needs, plus Tempstar units at an affordable price. That number again is 779-0122. And remember, Affordable Service Solutions is your local Tempstar dealer.
When I started to experience the world from practicing law, it showed me that there's a lot of injustice that can be corrected. We're called personal injury attorneys, but I'm not there for the injury, I'm there for the recovery. And that's what we try to do. We try to help people recover after they've been hurt. If the big firms are going to drop you as soon as your claim entails some kind of work, some kind of additional effort, why not just come to someone who's going to put the work in the first place?
All roads lead to CT Diesel Performance off exit 97 in Richmond. Chris Thorne and his staff have the experience and knowledge to get your vehicle running at its peak performance, whether it's a small two-door sedan or a souped-up diesel truck. And with CT Diesel Performance, you don't have to worry about dealing with the big dealership prices. They will work with you and tell you what the problem is and help you find a solution. When it's time to have your vehicle serviced, remember, all roads lead to CT Diesel Performance, just off exit 97 in Richmond.
Can you get into your doctor's office the day you call? The best medical practitioner is there when you need them. At White House Clinics, all patients get easy VIP access to exceptional care. Right now, White House physicians are accepting new patients in Jackson, Madison, Estill, Rockcastle, and Garrett counties. Go to whitehouseclinics.com or one of our 9 state-of-the-art facilities to request a new patient appointment.
When you need professional assistance, White & Associates Certified Public Accountants and Consultants of Richmond can help you, providing professional services to individuals, small business, self-employed proprietors, corporations, municipal, governmental, and not-for-profit organizations. White & Associates provides individualized services for taxes, audits, business startup, consulting, financial services, payroll, and bookkeeping. Visit the website for more information and to see the local testimonials. White & Associates, PSC, 1407 Lexington Road, Richmond.
Donate or shop at the new location for the Habitat Restore in Madison County. The proceeds from the Habitat Restore go towards helping build a home for someone in need. Shop, donate, or volunteer at the new location for the Habitat Restore in the old CVS Pharmacy building on Main Street in Richmond. Mountain Adventures is a new, unique store open in Irvine. They have both fruits and vegetables from local farmers and from farmers around the state. Stop in and see their huge selection of bananas, oranges, watermelons, plus potatoes, corn, green beans, and so much more. Mountain Adventures has also teamed up with 2 Farms Meat to offer Estill Countyans a place to get your meats and all the other fixings, plus jams, jellies, and they also offer gift baskets. At Mountain Adventures, located at 70 River Drive in Irvine, or like them on Facebook.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries. And home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save.
Talk to State Farm agent Jerry Goebel today.
Back on this Wednesday edition of your daily community briefing, live on 100.7 The Coyote and WBON TV. We're brought to you the great folks over at Bluegrass Marble and Granite of Richmond at 635 and a half Big Hill Avenue. Bluegrass Marble and Granite can take care of all your remodels or fabrication needs. We're also brought to you by Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. They have the best aftercare in the business. When every detail counts, remember Davis & Powell Funeral Home. And always growing children's resale store in Berea, just down from Berea Ace Hardware in the Strip Mall. Every Tuesday and Thursday, they will buy your children's gently worn clothes. On the eve of the presidential inauguration, church leaders and members from Richmond gathered at the First Baptist Church for a community-wide prayer service. According to Senior Pastor Travis Ferris, it was a chance to come together with unity in the community and just be able to reach out and say there is hope. Ferris invited anyone to join the service, whether it be virtually or in person, loudly in songs of praise and silently in reflective prayer. Today, a unit of 44 Kentucky State Police troopers joined local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies from across the country to provide security at the presidential inauguration in Washington, D.C. The troopers were temporarily sworn in as local officers, which granted them arrest powers during their duties, which included traffic and crowd control, security at events, and other assignments. KSP troopers made their first appearance at the presidential inauguration of George W. Bush in 2005 and have participated since that time. Acting KSP Commissioner Colonel Philip Burnett Jr. said 2 troopers from each of KSP's 16 posts throughout the Commonwealth have been assigned to the detail. Each Post Troopers of the Year and Detective of the Year, chosen by the post commander, were selected for this duty to serve alongside members of the command staff. All expenses and salaries incurred for this detail will be reimbursed by the Washington, D.C. Metro Police Department. Well, yesterday, the Madison Central boys basketball team announced that their season has been put on pause because of the coronavirus pandemic. Shortly thereafter, the model boys basketball team made that same announcement. I caught up with John Morgerson, the head basketball coach at Model, to talk about what's going on with his team and how they made this decision to currently put their season on pause.
Yeah, it's just one of those things you kind of expect to happen at some point just because of the contagious nature of the virus. So I guess it's just our turn along with Central's, and looked like Berea didn't play last night either, so sounds like it's just kind of going around the county right now.
Do you think that it's going to be a case where we're going to be lucky to get a certain number of games in, or is it more of like a week-to-week basis?
Yeah, I think if we can get in 15 or 20 games, that would be good. I think we'll probably make up one of the games from this week. We'll make up the Berea game for sure. So that would put us with a scheduled game number of 25. So, if we lose another week or if we lose some of those opponents along the way, that would put us down to 20. We're just happy to be able to play, and I think people just don't give credit to the mental strain that's put on players and coaches. I would say a lot of coaches and players still kind of tired and just going through a lot. So we're hoping this week will kind of just give us a break, allow us to rejuvenate and be ready once we're able to start playing hopefully next week.
Talk about the process that it took to get to where you've kind of put your team on hold and your games on hold with, talking to your team, finding out what the issue was, and making sure that everybody was, I guess, on task to do what you needed them to do to make sure that you can continue your season.
I got a text and a phone call yesterday afternoon right around lunchtime, and so then we kind of started the ball rolling, and that next 30 minutes or hour was pretty crazy of meeting with the players that had played on Saturday night. Fortunately, it was only varsity-only competition, and talking with those guys and letting them know what the situation was about what could happen at school and kind of sending them home to keep them safe and what their next few days would look like. And, letting all the officials know as quickly as we could last night, letting the opposing team know, letting all our opponents know for the rest of the week, because unfortunately it includes all of our coaches, so therefore we can't have a freshman or a JV game, and just a lot of crossover there. So just to be safe, we don't have any activities this week. We're hoping to get started back up next Monday as long as everybody's doing all right.
As far as testing and everything goes and the quarantine process, is that something that the team has in place, or was that something that the health department gave you all guidance on?
We just went through our school contact, and she's, I guess, a certified contact tracer, and so I think she passes that information along to the health department, and we just let the players know to quarantine for the remainder of this week. I haven't heard specifically from the health department, but I'm not sure if that's a phone call we'll get. I'm sure they are overloaded with calls right now, so we just try to tell them what the process is and encourage them to live their life as if they've been exposed, so that they're keeping everyone around them safe. And I'm staying home right now with my 18-month-old assistant coach, so him and I are hanging out. So that's just kind of what our life is. And they're able to continue their virtual learning at home because that's something that they've been doing this school year. So they're able to keep up with their classes. And, unfortunately, it's something they're kind of used to. So it's nothing new for them, and hopefully they're able to just go about their business just without basketball for a week.
You talk about how hard it's been dealing with the coronavirus stuff in the midst of trying to play this season, even though we've only had a couple of weeks. Just talk about how difficult that's been, trying to keep everybody safe but also play basketball.
Yeah, I think the hardest stuff is the behind-the-scenes stuff that people don't see. The scheduling, the daily temperature checks. I've used the thermometer more in the last 2 months of my life than I think I'd ever have and probably ever will again. To go play on Saturday, we had to check all of our guys when they got to the gym, and we checked them again before they entered the gym at Robertson County. No one had any symptoms. No one had a fever. So no matter what you do, no matter what you try to prevent, how diligent you are about checking temperatures and cleaning basketballs and taking your own basketballs to away games and using setbacks, it's just one of those things that happens. And I just salute all the athletic directors and coaches that have had to deal with all the scheduling part. After this, we'll probably be on our 6th update of our schedule or something like that. And just a lot of emails, a lot of constant communication. That's just how it's going for everybody.
Thanks, Coach, and good luck to all the local players, coaches, ADs, principals, and everybody else as they continue to find a way to keep the season going amidst this pandemic. Well, Tika Cubic Printing Kentucky LLC, which provides printing, painting, and assembly services for automotive suppliers, plans to expand its Clark County facility with a $4.4 million investment expected to create 20 well-paying jobs. Tika plans to add to its existing 63,000 square foot facility in the Winchester Industrial Park with a 25,000 square foot expansion and the purchase of 5 machines across 2 phases. The added space would allow for in-house production of materials currently purchased from other sources, increasing efficiency and lowering operation cost. The Winchester facility became operational in 2013 and since then has exceeded the company's initial projections for wages and job growth. In 2014, Tika was approved for state tax incentives for its initial investment in Kentucky, projected to create 30 jobs at an average hourly wage of $22 per hour. Currently, the company employs 44 Kentuckians at an average wage of more than $26 per hour. Kentucky's automotive industry includes more than 520 automotive suppliers, such as parts and components manufacturers, tool and die operations, service and tech companies, and 4 automotive assembly plants. In total, Kentucky's automotive industry employs nearly 101,000 people in full-time positions. It's now time for our second commercial break. Lots more to get to today, including those coronavirus numbers and a recap of the governor report from yesterday. That's coming your way next on your Daily Community.
Davis & Powell does what hundreds of funeral homes do every day. They handle one of the hardest times in your life. What separates Davis & Powell from everyone else is our aftercare. When the service ends, the grieving begins. Davis & Powell is there to help, from keeping your family in our thoughts and prayers to personal phone calls and tips for healthy grieving through our monthly newsletter. Davis & Powell will be there always, not just until the service ends. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. We go the extra mile.
Affordable Service Solutions is the heating and air company you want to call when you want the work done right the first time for an affordable price. That's Affordable Service Solutions.
Call Brian at 779-0122 for all your heating and cooling needs, plus Tempstar units at an affordable price. That number again is 779-0122. And remember, Affordable Service Solutions is your local Tempstar dealer.
When I started to experience the world from practicing law, it showed me that there's a lot of injustice that can be corrected. We're called personal injury attorneys, but I'm not there for the injury, I'm there for the recovery. And that's what we try to do. We try to help people recover after they've been hurt. If the big firms are going to drop you as soon as your claim entails some kind of work, some kind of additional effort, why not just come to someone who's going to put the work in the first place?
All roads lead to CT Diesel Performance off exit 97 in Richmond. Chris Thorne and his staff have the experience and knowledge to get your vehicle running at its peak performance, whether it's a small 2-door sedan or a souped-up diesel truck. And with CT Diesel Performance, you don't have to worry about dealing with the big dealership prices. They will work with you and tell you what the problem is and help you find a solution. When it's time to have your vehicle serviced, remember, all roads lead to CT Diesel Performance, just off exit 97 in Richmond.
Can you get into your doctor's office the day you call? The best medical practitioner is there when you need them. At White House Clinics, all patients get easy VIP access to exceptional care. Right now, White House physicians are accepting new patients in Jackson, Madison, Estill, Rockcastle, and Garrett counties. Go to whitehouseclinics.com or one of our 9 state-of-the-art facilities to request a new patient appointment.
When you need professional assistance, White & Associates Certified Public Accountants and Consultants of Richmond can help you, providing professional services to individuals, small business, self-employed proprietors, corporations, municipal, governmental, and not-for-profit organizations. White & Associates provides individualized services for taxes, audits, business startup, consulting, financial services, payroll, and bookkeeping. Visit the website for more information and to see the local testimonials. White & Associates, PSC, 1407 Lexington Road, Richmond.
Donate or shop at the new location for the Habitat Restore in Madison County. The proceeds from the Habitat Restore go towards helping build a home for someone in need. Shop, donate, or volunteer at the new location for the Habitat Restore in the old CVS Pharmacy building on Main Street in Richmond. Mountain Adventures is a new, unique store open in Irvine. They have both fruits and vegetables from local farmers and from farmers around the state. Stop in and see their huge selection of bananas, oranges, watermelons, plus potatoes, corn, green beans, and so much more. Mountain Adventures has also teamed up with 2 Farms Meats to offer Estill Countyans a place to get your meats and all the other fixings, plus jams, jellies, and they also offer gift baskets. At Mountain Adventures, located at 70 River Drive in Irvine, or like them on Facebook.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries, and home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save.
Talk to State Farm agent Jerry Goebel today.
We're back on your daily community briefing, live on 100.7 The Coyote and WBON TV, Channel 9. Michael Watkins here with you. Our newscast brought to you by Holland Sons Auto Care, Ace Hardware, Berea, and Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. As we get ready to look at the coronavirus numbers, let's first get a recap of the governor report from yesterday with some of the new numbers and the need for more vaccines here in Kentucky from the federal government. Here's WBON TV's Ron Likens.
During yesterday's COVID report, Governor Beshear addressed the state's biggest problem with administering the COVID-19 vaccination, the lack of supply.
We don't have enough supply. And so that's why today I formally requested from Operation Warp Speed that the federal government double the amount of vaccine we receive every week. We are proving that we can get it out there. We are proving that we are efficient. We are proving that we can get it into people's arms. But right now, and moving into the future, we're going to be sitting around with entire days where we've already run out of vaccine waiting to get more from the federal government. This is our major challenge moving forward.
The governor also released the latest COVID numbers.
Today's COVID report, we're reporting 2,250 new positive cases of COVID-19. It brings our total number of cases to 330,907. Today, we have a positivity rate of 11.55%. Currently hospitalized, 1,633. Currently in the ICU, 442. That's also up a little bit. Currently on a ventilator, 208. I think that is flat from yesterday. So today we're reporting 27 new deaths that bring us to 3,194.
In Madison County, there were 49 new cases, and in Estill County, 5 new cases. From the Channel 9 newsroom, I'm Ron Likens.
Madison County reported 85 new cases today, including a new death as well here in the county. There has now been 46 total deaths in Madison County and 1,403 current active cases of the coronavirus. Our average daily cases per 100,000 population, 61.5 for our current incidence rate. Other counties surrounding us here in Madison County, Estill County at 55.7 for the current incidence rate, Jackson County at 52.5, Rockcastle at 46.2, Garrett County at 44.5, Jessamine at 56.5, and Fayette County at 60.1. As we look at some of the other counties across Kentucky, Menifee County and Wolfe County now in the orange for the current incidence rate. Wolfe County and Menifee County both at 22. And Robertson County, who was in the green yesterday, has now jumped up into the yellow at 6.8 for the current incidence rate. The rest of the state is still in the red. Folks, we appreciate you being with us here on this Wednesday edition. Glad I was able to join you back here on this Wednesday for the daily community briefing. Don't forget, high school basketball coming again your way tomorrow night as Model and Berea square off. We'll hear from Berea girls basketball coach Damian Stepp tomorrow on the newscast about his team winning the All-A Classic for the third straight year. That's coming your way tomorrow. We'll see you then, same time and same place for the daily community briefing live on 100.7 The Coyote and WBON TV Channel 9.